Hello and welcome to the John Ark Show. Today we have an interview with a special guest star, actor Joseph Gannascoli. Joe played Vito Spatafor on The Sopranos. Before I begin, I want to encourage you to subscribe, like, follow, and comment on the show, as well as to tell you about a company called HollywoodIsCalling.com. They allow you to purchase live phone calls with more than 100 celebrities. Oh, and by the way, Joseph Gannascoli is one of the celebrities on there that you can also purchase a live call from. It's a great service. You can buy a live call for yourself. A 15-second call is $19.95, and a 30-second call is $29.95. So give it a try. HollywoodIsCalling.com. Now let's get started. Today we have an interview with one of the great actors of one of the great television shows of all time, HBO's The Sopranos, Joseph Gannascoli. He played Vito on the show, and not only was he one of the reasons that it became a massive hit, but the show continues to be more popular with each passing year. Joe's also been in a lot of other great movies. He was in Ed Wood, Men in Black 3, Law and Order, and Mickey Blue Eyes, and many others. Today, Joe's helping out with a new fundraiser called Meals for Hospital and Restaurant Workers. They have a GoFundMe page that's designed to help hospital workers and restaurant workers during this difficult time. So without any further ado, let's welcome Joseph Gannascoli to the John Ark Show. Hi, Joe, and welcome to the John Ark Show. How are you doing today?
Very good, my friend. Good to see you, John.
So everybody knows you as a star of The Sopranos, and it was a massive hit. You know, families had to watch it on weekends. Do you remember where you were and what you were doing the day you found out you would be a season regular on the show?
Good question. Well, I did the first year a different character, and then they brought me back as Vito. And I don't know, I became a season regular. I was doing sort of day play stuff, or we started getting accumulating some episodes. But really, my big season was season 6. That's when I became a regular. My character changed season 5 with the scene with the security guard. And then my big season came the following year.
So when you started filming the show, did you realize how big it would be, or did that take a little while to set in?
Did I realize how big the show would be?
Yeah, and how big of an effect it would have on your life?
Well, I know it's sort of a cult following, when people started talking about it. So I was just a fan the first season. My life really changed after I suggested making my character gay, or bi, I guess, from a book I was reading, and that changed my life.
Yeah. So James Gandolfini played Tony on the show. What was it like working with him?
Well, you're working with, someone who's just a brilliant actor, a regular guy, a humble guy, low-key, which made it very comfortable to be around, to act with, but truly a talent to watch and be around. It's sort of, you want to up your game when you were doing scenes with him.
So, from what I understand, his personality was a lot different in real life than it was from on screen. Is that true? Did you find that to be the case?
I didn't know Jimmy that very well. I touched my life in several different ways. He came to my restaurant to do meet the fans. I had a line around the corner. CNN was there to cover it. Jeannie Most. He came to my wedding and spoke at my wedding. He approached me when he said that, if I wasn't comfortable doing that scene with the security guard, we'd go and talk to David Chase. So, but from what I observed and what I saw, he was just a regular guy, and I was humbled to know him.
Yeah, no, I read that he, routinely looked out for the other cast members.
Yeah,
Um,
uh,
he had that way about him.
yeah.
So, what was it like working with Benicio del Toro? I understand that he helped introduce you to the casting directors of The Sopranos. Is that true?
Del Toro.
Yeah.
Uh, what happened was my first role I ever got. I didn't have any scenes with him, but he must have saw the movie, and he asked me to be in a film that he wrote and directed. It was a short film with I was the lead, and Matthew McConaughey, Valeria Golino, which was the start. So I became friends with him, and got me into several other movies. And the casting directors from The Sopranos were casting those, and they wanted to meet me. And they said, have your agent check in with us, see what's going on. I didn't have an agent, so they said, you do it. And so every few months I did. And they said, we're doing a new show that you should come in and audition for. And that was the role of Gino in the bakery. So that's what happened with Benicio.
Nice, nice, nice. It's amazing how doors open in life without you realizing how important they are until it happens. Um,
No,
so
that's really changed. That's what really changed my life was Benicio, to tell you the truth.
yeah, it's amazing. What are you more passionate about, cooking or acting?
Good question. I guess really cooking because I'm not really trained in either one, cooking or acting. Sort of self-taught, and I'm not a huge movie person or a TV person. I appreciate great acting, or I really appreciate great writing. I mean, that's what comes first. So hard to say. I would say maybe cooking was my first passion, you know,
Yeah.
and acting is fun. It's could be tedious, and there are many more classically trained actors. That's all that they ever wanted to do. I mean, me, if I could play for the Yankees, that would have been, my thing.
Well,
I wanted to be,
I
what?
have to tell you, we've seen you in a number of movies. You've done quite a few movies over the years, and you're
Yeah,
really good. You say you're not classically trained, but you're really good. You're subtle. You're nuanced. A lot of good presence on the screen.
well, thank you. Acting is like you try to, I guess, make it as, I mean, the simplest form to me is make it as believable as possible.
Mhm.
So that's what I always try to remember. And then learning your lines so you don't have to think about it and just say it naturally. And I appreciate that. The whole point of doing the suggesting the gay thing was to do acting, play something I'm totally not. And I was hoping that would have opened many doors for me after the show, which really didn't happen. But as long as being on the show opened up so many doors, getting my book published, introducing me to people, being spokespersons for different things, being recognized. All I really care about is being able to make money to support my family. If acting happens, that's great. It's a fun way to make money. But listen, being on the show is like being on the 27 Yankees, the 85 Bears. I'll probably never reach that uh, quality again in a show or a movie. I'm hoping I will. But, whatever happens, happens.
I'm sure David Chase has more projects left in him. I know he's got the new movie coming out, but the work you did on that show will live forever. I mean, if you watch the show now, it stands the test of time. It really is good.
It does hold up production-wise. So many kids now that were not even born when it started were kids, I mean, like infants when it went off the air, that are now 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. watching it in school, old enough to watch it. They're getting it. I just had someone tell me last night. Just started watching the show. She was up to the episode 2. I said, "You watching it with your family?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "They were watching it too for the first time," which I couldn't believe. And it's, I'm in New York. And I said, "Well, I don't know if you want to watch the whole series because it's going to get a little funky, scenes, but they'll figure it out."
So, Joe, I understand you're involved with a charity called Meals for Hospitals and Restaurant Workers, and that you guys have started a GoFundMe page for it. Can you tell me how you got involved in that?
Well, it's not a charity, and it's not us guys. It's me.
Okay.
If I make it. Being a former chef, I wanted to help restaurants in my neighborhood and surrounding neighborhoods help survive. And I have a sister-in-law that's works as a nurse in labor and delivery, and a niece that got the virus. She got better, and she went back to work. She runs a department in a hospital in the Bronx. So I wanted to help the restaurants, so I started buying food from them and bringing it to these people, nurses, doctors, whomever, for departments. And it sort of mushroomed, and I got a $5,000 donation, then a lot of thousands, 2,000, 50, whatever. And then went from $1,000 to 5,000 to 15 to 25, and now I have it at 50. I've raised 30,000, and so every day I'm taking it to hospitals, nursing homes, fire departments, police, post office, sanitation, needy families. I just had Lowe's donate 5,000 masks to me, which I'm going to spread around. So, I order the food, I pick it up, and I deliver it. Many times the nurses, I get so many messages, I don't like saying no. We need food, The lunch get it, we don't get it at dinner. Forget about the overnight gets scraps. So it's kind of really consuming, but I enjoy doing it. I'm very cautious. And I've done about 100 deliveries in about 5 weeks.
That's fantastic. Well, I want to congratulate you. I think you're at the right place and at the right time, and all those people are going to appreciate your effort. Is there anything else you want to promote before we let you go?
Well, if they want to, anything helps. 5, 10, 15, 25, whatever they feel comfortable with. If they go to GoFundMe and put my name in, Joe Gannascoli or Joseph Gannascoli, you'll see my fund come up. Or, my link is on Twitter at Joe Gannascoli, or Joe R. Gannascoli, I think. And that's basically it. It's my mission. That's what I want to do. I'm going to do it for another month or 6 weeks. And just say thank you, because I know it's tough on them and stressful, and I want to help the restaurants and these people.
Well, I see the number on the GoFundMe page keeps climbing, so apparently you're doing a great job, and I want to commend you once again.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for being on the show, and we want to wish you well.
Thank you very much, John. Always a pleasure. And good luck and be safe to everyone.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.